Welcome to Capital TV, and today we are joined by none other than Gor Mahia head coach Kerr, who has visited Capital FM to talk more about Kogalo, who are just, if I can say, 3 wins away.
Can't say that.
from
talking about that.
from winning their 16th Kenyan Premier League title. Coach, welcome to Capital FM.
It's a pleasure to be here, finally.
Exactly, finally, because we've been looking for you like each and every weekend, but I understand because most of the time Gor Mahia are playing, maybe they're Saturday or Sunday, they're traveling away. But finally, you are here at Capital FM. But first of all, Coach, how are you feeling in Kenya? How's the Kenyan Premier League, because you joined in mid-season?
It's been fantastic. It's been full of breaks, international breaks, political breaks, the league suspending a couple of teams. So I'm used to African football, being in South Africa and in Tanzania, but so far I love the place. I love Kenya. I love its people. I love its culture. The football's sometimes frustrating, but I can understand the FKF. They've got a very difficult program. They've got a difficult way of trying to promote Kenyan football, but I'm just glad to be part of it and mostly pleased to be with Gor Mahia.
How have you been welcomed by the Gor Mahia fans? They're being called the Green Army.
They're absolutely fantastic. Luckily, I've been involved with a lot of football clubs, both in England, Asia and Africa, that they've got fanatical supporters, and Gor Mahia is just the same. But like everybody in Kenya, they all love the sport. I've just met an amazing lady in the reception, and I take my hat off to Kenyan athletes. I just wish that Kenya would organise themselves better to promote the talent that's in this country.
Coach, you came mid-season in July, but again you've taken Gor Mahia to the lead. They have controlling the Kenyan Premier League log, and they're looking firm to go and reclaim the Kenyan Premier League title. Maybe what have you installed in that giant team?
Hard work and a winning mentality. It's been very, very difficult to come to a club that obviously when the previous coach left, he left without telling anybody, and the president contacted a former coach of mine, which was Coach Edie, the goalkeeper coach who I worked with in Tanzania, and he recommended me, and it worked. Within 4 days, I was offered the position, and 4 days later, I was flying out to Kenya. So we had first game was against Everton, and it went very, very well, not just for Gor Mahia, but for Kenya and for East African football. And we got a lot of plaudits from Everton and around the world. But it's been an eventful past 12 games with 10 wins and 2 draws, one against our main rivals. But the players have shown the commitment that I want and I expect. As a player, I showed that same commitment, and I've taken that into my coaching. So it's been eventful, but it's been very, very good so far. We don't talk about the championship. All we do is we prepare every game. The one that we have just won previously, that's history. You know, we've got the 3 points, and it's extended our lead at the top of the table. But I'm forbidding my players to talk about it or even get it in their minds that we're going to be champions, because football's got a nasty habit of kicking you where it hurts, and I don't want that to happen. I just want the players to keep focused, keep their strategy on winning 3 points. I've set them a target of 21 points in the remaining 7 games. Obviously, being 12 games unbeaten, somebody wants to beat us, and they will probably have a lot of joy if they manage to do that. But I'm focused on my players coming back from international break, coming back to training on Monday with a positive attitude, positive energy, because I've given them the weekend free because of the games that they've played recently. So I just hope they see the big picture, they see the carrot at the end of the tree, and they go and grab it.
Coach, which is the hardest team maybe in the Kenyan Premier League that you have faced so far?
I'll be honest, they've all been difficult because everybody wants to beat Gor Mahia. It's simple as that. So every team that we've played, we've come up against a wall of 10 defenders and a goalkeeper, because and they try and break us down on the counter-attack. But I wish we had these monitors that they do in the Premier League in England and all over the world, where the players are monitored by a device on their back that tells them how quick they run, how fast they run, how far they run, how far the recovery run is, how far they sprint, how short a distance they carry. Because I think my players would be off the radar with it, because they do so much work. They attack, they defend, they attack again, they defend, they keep attacking. So every game's been difficult for us, but it takes time to get into a groove. It takes time to get into a realistic way of playing. It's been 12 games, but it's only been in 3 months, so we've not really had time to put much planning into our training sessions because we've had so many games. But that's hopefully going to be extended in the next 1, 2, 3 years.
Your first Mashemeji derby, drew 1-1. How can you speak of that Mashemeji derby? Because it's the biggest match in the Kenyan in Kenyan football.
Yeah, the expectation for us to win and for AFC to win is massive. It's like any derby all over the world. You've got the Manchester derby, the Liverpool derby, the Scottish derby, the Madrid derby. You've got all these fantastic derbies in the world, and the East African derby in Kenya is no different. It's as they say, it's bragging rights, and both AFC and Gor Mahia, they know what's at stake if they lose, and it is a difficult game. We train on a 3G field, artificial field in Toyoyo, and then we have to play on Nyayo Stadium. It doesn't help us when we're training on one surface and playing on another, and I think that affected our way that we were going to play. But we got a draw, and they were pleased with it. I was pleased with it, especially in the second half. The first half disappointed me because I think my players just thought they were going to turn up, put the green shirt on, and win the game. And it took 35 minutes for them to wake up, and I don't let them get away with anything. You know, if I'm not happy with it, they know they get not one bullet, they get every bullet in my ammunition, and I tell them exactly what I think and how I feel that they should be performing. And to be fair, it's credit to my players, they react to it very, very well. I'm proud of my players. I'm proud of my staff. I'm proud of what my chairman and the directors are doing. But most of all, I'm proud of the Green Army. They're amazing.
Exactly. Maybe finally, Coach, Kenya has been struggling maybe to conquer the African continent when it comes to Champions League and also the Confederations Cup. Maybe from what you've observed, what should Kenyan football do for us to reclaim our glory back in the continental football? Because most of the time, being eliminated in the first round, the Premier League round, and the story is all over the same again.
I think, look, it's a difficult job in Kenya, not just Kenya, in Africa, when there's so much at stake to develop and grow your own players. One of the things I want to do is help the federation put in a program and put in a plan that they can nurture their own players. Yes, it's nice to have international players from other African countries to add to the squad, as long as they bring something to Kenyan football. And that's something that I think maybe all our coaches, the referees, the officials at the federation should sit down and say, right, let's take this football forward, both club wise and domestic wise to international, to the Harambee Stars. Because again, they've played 2 friendlies this week. They've just got beat in Iraq. Hopefully they'll get a result in Thailand. But I think when you've got some people here that want to develop and help Kenyan football, you should use him and abuse him, really, because, like I say, he's here to help himself, generate a successful club team, but also to help the international team as well, because everybody wants them to go to CAF, everybody wants them to go to the AFCON, everybody wants them to go to Chan, everybody wants them to do well in football, and I'm one of those people. I'm not here just for myself. I'm here for the Kenyan Football Federation and Gor Mahia especially.
Thank you very much, Coach, and wish you all the best.
Asante sana.
That was the Gor Mahia head coach who's telling us that everything at Gor Mahia is doing very well. He's pleased with his players, his the coaching staff, and the staff in general, that is the management. So for Gor Mahia, I wish them all the best. As today, this weekend, they had arrests, but they are on track to reclaim the Kenyan Premier League title, actually, for the 16th record time.